All right, welcome everyone to this stream. It's gonna be Sweethegreat against Luke. It's a round 3 of the lower brackets of the what's it called again? Of the New World Championship 2019, right? So both of these players have been eliminated in the main bracket, the upper bracket, and they end up playing each other in the lower brackets now. So they are both around major, decent players for sure. And the first map should have been Fertile Crescent, but Sweethegreat has vetoed that. So we are gonna start directly with Pampas. And that's a British mirror. Sorry, a British mirror here. Brits being one of the strongest seeds on no TP maps. So they both they both went for that. And yeah, well, we have here on top of the map Luke playing in the color cyan or teal or whatever you want to call it. As Brits obviously, and also as Brits on the bottom of the map we have Sweethegreat in the color purple, and it's a wood start, so they can either go for 2 manas or a mana in the market usually. It looks like Luke is gonna directly slam down 2 manas, but he's also gonna chop some. So I'm not sure if he wants to get an extra mana up as well. On the other hand, Sweethegreat decides to just play a bit more standard and set all his villagers to food directly. Luke actually is stopping to gather wood, so maybe that was just a misclick or something. Because now he's got 50 wood, but he can't really do anything with it, so it's just gonna slow down his age up a bit. But yeah, well, a bit of a mistake there, probably. And yeah, they're both fighting for the llamas on the left side, because on this map you have on the left side, if I'm not mistaken, 8 llamas. And then you have treasures on the rest of the map. You don't have treasures on the left, but in the middle you have like usually I would say level 2 treasures. So that's like not very small ones, but not very big ones. And on the other on the right you have some small treasures. I mean, like also level 2, like this 90 coin, but also bigger treasures like these. Well, these 2 treasures are like gonna be irrelevant in age 1 just because it's too big to be taken, but they might be taken in colonial with the help of some units. So usually what you want to do on this map is either get some of these decent sized treasures like the 90 coin on the right. This 75 would very nice for a British mirror. Or and also always check here on the left of your base on top as well. Here there's nothing, but most of the time you get a treasure spawning here. So yeah, you either want to go for that or for the llamas. Usually players just go for the llamas because it's safe. Going for the treasures means that sometimes you will not find any good treasure, while when you go for the llamas, well, you always get llamas, right? So they didn't pick up all the llamas though, but yeah. Sweethegreat gonna be aging a little bit earlier than Luke just because of that mistake of Luke earlier to chop some wood, I guess. Not a huge deal though. They are aging not exactly at the same time, but there's not a huge difference either. He does get 75 wood though, which is basically half a mana, so it's gonna help him a little bit. 90 coin is nice as well. It's not gonna help him in transition. Like Sweethegreat might get an extra mana thanks to that. Luke will not be able to do that. However, later on when he starts training, most likely Musketeers, well, he'll be banking already 130 coin, which is gonna. It's actually the coin you need for a full batch of Musketeers, so it can help you in the early colonial. What other treasures did they get? Luke did get a 70 food and a 30 food, so that's 100 food, and he's still aging after Sweethegreat. So I guess he maybe didn't do the best job at herding or something like that, because he shouldn't be aging late with 100 food. But anyway, We do have 2 forward villagers from Sweethegreat who just built a manor house, and well, that's how you do it. Usually, you send one build a manor, and end up having 2 villagers. And Luke doing the same thing here. They both stack a little bit too much wood, though. Usually, you don't start with double racks in a Brit Mirror, so I don't think they're trying to do that. So I'm not sure why they have that much wood. Could be 1 more manor. But regardless, I didn't mention that they both ship 3 villagers in age 1, but that's just very standard, so it's not really anything special here. I do like that Sweethegreat has his explorer in position to do some damage to the buildings, because you can see this racks already lost like 20% of its HP, and now the tower is most likely, like, he can maybe like slow it down and then like start sieging it. He should be sieging the tower and not the racks, but it's, yeah. What about the herding? Well, they both did a decent job, but that's a little bit too many villagers exposed, and a little bit of walking time here for Sweethegreat. That hand could be a little bit closer to his town center here. Oh wow, we have 700 food first for Luke, and he does go double racks actually, so that's interesting. That's a little bit of a non-standard build in a British mirror. On the other hand, we have 6 musketeers first from Sweethegreat, which is a little bit non-standard as well. But he did siege a tower apparently, because it's really low HP already, so I think this tower will go down. 700 food is gonna give a better spam of musketeers to Luke quite soon, but right now he's just behind in the musketeer count because of that 6 musketeer shipment, which he timed to just pop in the tower. And I'm not sure if it's gonna pay off, because even killing the I don't know. I guess Luke is also a little bit all in with a 700 wood anyway, 700 food, sorry. But yeah, looks like Luke already has the not quite, like, he doesn't have more musketeers than Sweethegreat, but Swede doesn't really have enough of them to really do too much, I think. He's still gonna try to siege, but Luke can just poke and get some free kills. 5 more musketeers popping from 3, but if 10 can pop from Luke, he will have more musketeers. And Luke did ship 6 musk himself now, but they can't pop in the tower, so and behind that, Sui is going for a little bit more of an economic shipment, 700 wood to get more manors on the field and maybe some market upgrades or something like that. So it's gonna give a little bit of tempo here to Luke. And it looks like that's gonna be a close fight. Yeah, I guess it's good for Sweethegreat with the tower and a bit more musketeers. Kind of a close game here. Luke does have already a 2nd rack up, so that's gonna be nice for him. But he will not really have so much eco, so he can't really be spamming out of 2 racks here. So I'm not sure how useful that's gonna be. He kind of needs to repair that racks as well. It's really important. Although I guess since he doesn't need 2 racks, it's not the end of the world if one of them goes down, because he still has a 2nd one, and like I said, he can't really be making units in both racks anyway. So I guess it's just gonna go down. Oh, maybe not. Wait. Oh yeah, 6 longbow shipment. So that's a very aggressive British mirror here. Musketeer pop for Luke, but he can't really take that fight. Sweethegreat has more units on the field, and that's not gonna be too good for Luke here. He's losing lots of units, and his Drax is gonna go down, and then it looks like Sweethegreat will have the control of the middle map here. He might want to build a 2nd Reich soon, though. Maybe ship 600 wood next and get a little bit more manors in the 2nd Reich so that you can start spamming more musks. But right now, Sui is really a bit ahead in this mirror. Like, he's got 3 more villagers, he's got more musketeers, he does have his tower up, and he's sieging down the 2nd racks of Luke Tom. So And he even has a couple, it's not too many of them, but a couple longbows for the range advantage. But now Luke is making a few longbows himself, and I kind of like it. You don't really want to be making too many longbows in a British mirror, because they are kind of weaker than musketeers when you come to fight. But if you can abuse the range of them, they're really nice, for sure. Like having maybe 10 longbows means you can one-hit musketeers when they're trying to siege down your racks, for example, or something like that. But yeah, it's not really enough of them, so yeah, that Rex is gonna go down. Luke is gonna have to go back, and that just looks really good for Sweethegreat here. Could even siege that down, because then Luke would be housed. He doesn't really know that Luke is on only 50 pop of manos, but if he does siege down some manor houses, it's gonna be tough for Luke here. And behind that, now that Sweethegreat got the map control, he can just go for 5 villagers, for example, and then Musketeer upgrades and just have like the upper hand. Well, he already does have the upper hand, but he can just like consolidate his lead even more by getting 5 vills on the field and just containing Luke Tom, because at some point Luke is gonna run out of food, and like if Sui can deny this hunt, then in like 3 minutes or something, or maybe a bit more, Luke is gonna have to move out for hunts. He's also getting the market down, and well, we'll see how it goes, right? I guess for the time being, Sweethegreat can't do too much damage here, just because there's a Minuteman strat. But and Luke has a little bit more longbows, so Sui kind of needs to commit to fighting, like pushing with musketeers, which means that then he's a bit weak to some Minuteman pop. But Luke is really making a lot of longbows, and it's maybe too many, because then, well, Purple has upgraded musketeers, so these longbows are not too scary here. And it's kind of awkward to have so many longbows. But now Minutemen being called, Sweethegreat probably just gonna go back here. And yeah, it's gonna be probably gonna be a rather long game here. Because like I said, Sweethegreat is not gonna be able to push too much until Luke is out of hunts, so I think now it's gonna be a little bit slow paced. Just boss players trying to boom a little bit more. Luke preparing for some kind of timing, but then again, it's really tough to actually push out of your base in a Brit mirror when you have so many longbows, because they're really no good at pushing a front base. They're really good at like sitting in base and defending, but they're not good to push out. So I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't know how Luke is gonna get map control back. It's gonna be tough for him. Also, somehow, despite shipping 5 villages, Luke is barely ahead in eco, and well, that's one upgrade in for Sweethegreat here. So wow, that's a lot of longbows, but again, they're not too good against upgraded musketeers. And this patch is gonna help a lot here. Yeah, he can just go in a little bit more, maybe send them really close to the longbows. And yeah, Luke has to pull back. And the longbows can't hit and run, so they're really awkward when they go back. Now he can start shooting again, though. So again, Sui is gonna have to maybe go away from these longbows. More longbows coming in for Luke. We'll see how it goes as well, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. I mean, but I'm not sure how good that's gonna be. Oh, 4 villagers as well. That's interesting. It's like he's just booming so much. He shipped 9 vills, while Sweethegreat shipped 2 cards on his musketeers. So these musketeers are basically veteran, So it doesn't really matter if Luke has a little bit more eco, because he's not going to be able to win any fight, I think. But Sui can really go in a bit more, because if he comes to close combat against the longbows, they're going to be really weak against musketeers. A small wall coming up for Luke, trying to secure a little bit more food maybe, and gonna be keeping his longbows behind that wall. Oh, that could be a good fight for Luke though. There's not too many units here for Sweethegreat. And the Explorer is tanking a little bit as well, so and more longbows popping. Sweethegreat has to go back here. He can't take this fight. He's gonna try it, but yeah, he can't really. Like, that's kind of a throw here, to be honest. Like, he needs to just mass a ton of musketeers. Like, look, I didn't mean to click on that. Like, okay, my opponent is making longbows, so in the long run he's gonna have a much weaker army because I have my musketeer upgrades in and he doesn't. So why would I fight right now? I can just mass like 50 musketeers. He does have thoraxes and a few idle masks here. So yeah, I can just mass 50 musketeers with double cars on them and then take a fight. And then there's not gonna be much Luke can do about it, just because his units are gonna melt to my units. But if you keep taking small fights, then the upgrades are not too relevant. So maybe a bit of a mistake here from Sweethegreat taking that fight, but regardless, he's still ahead, right? I mean, he's got more eco, he's got same military, and he does have 2 upgrades in, so... But is Luke gonna try to age, or is he gonna use that gold to spam musketeers? Oh, hussars? If someone could be making hussars here, it would be rather Sweethegreat because of the longbows, but I don't see why Luke wants to make huss against double-carded musketeers. Maybe just to raid a bit, I guess. Like, he could make just 5 huss and raid, but I hope he's not gonna try to make a lot of hussars and fight with them, because that would be rather useless. But yeah, I'm gonna guess he's just gonna raid with them, which could be okay, right? He could be just raiding here, for example. And would be very annoying for Sweethegreat to deal with without Cav himself. But yeah, I feel like Sweethegreat really had this game earlier. Like, he was really in a commanding lead, and he kind of threw his lead here. And now, well, he's still... It's a close game now. It's hard to say who is really ahead. I still think Sweethegreat will win it eventually just because he has better musketeers. But at some point, Luke is also going to be shipping his musketeer cards, right? Because he will not have anything else to ship anyway. And then if he starts making more musketeers, the game is going to be very even. But still, we can see how well these musketeers perform in fights now. And 5 hussars coming in as well. Luke is going to have to retreat, but his walls are not... There's holes in these walls, so we could just maybe sneak hussars through this gap here. Not too sure about that wall. Oh, I missed a raid here though. Waste of hussar. There's too many longbows. He can't really take that. Although I guess it's not the worst trade for Sweethegreat, he's still killing some. Oh yeah, and he's going in again. But he can't really do anything against longbows and walls here. He can't really siege it. Like, he wants to siege the gate down. Like, that would be good, but if you do that, you're just gonna lose half your army. I think Swede just needs to focus on catching raids with his hussars and secure the map. He's doing a decent job here at walling up to just make sure he has the map control. Just contain, and at some point Luke will have to push out with longbows. And then if you have a big mass of double-carded musketeers, his longbows are gonna suck ass. So you can just like catch the raids, take map control, and wait for Luke to come out of base. Because he doesn't have too much food left. He has only a few animals here and one half of a hunt here. A very close game anyway. Closer than it seemed to be at start, to be honest. No, where are you going? Sweethegreat splitting his army a little bit too much there. I think he could just lose his front base. If he can kill all the hussars, it's definitely worth losing the racks and the tower. But in fact, he's just splitting and trying to take a fight, but he has like no mass here because he's got some musketeers there, and so he's kind of wasting his units here. And Luke is pulling ahead in the score because of that. He just got good trades. Like he lost maybe a couple of hussars here, although he needs to be careful to not waste more. Yeah, just lost a couple of huss and cleaned up like 5 huss and some musk here. Gonna kill more and gonna deny the coin mine here and squeeze a bit out of food, so it looks like he's gonna be trying to train some outlaws. Luke has both of his musketeers upgrade in finally, but he's still making lots of longbows. I think he should start switching to musketeers now. But regardless of that, he's just doing really well here in this fight. Sweet should really pull back and stop wasting his stuff because it's not looking good at all for him at this point. No villager on food for Sweethegreat, and Luke is transitioning to meals, so he's gonna have food in comb. He even has a couple animals here he should just use, but yeah. How many hunts do we have on the map? There's like one here and one there. So that's all Sweethegreat could get. It does look like game over at this point. I don't think Sweethegreat can come back from this military and economic gap. Advanced arsenal. Yeah, I guess he doesn't have anything else to ship at this point. And if he can get an arsenal, I mean, why not? It's mostly useful for musketeers though, so he would need to make more musketeers. But like double carded musketeers plus the arsenal upgrades would be just so strong. He does need to spend his wood on meals though, so I guess he can't really afford to make an arsenal right now. Another raid here. Luketam did a good job at raiding this game. And he's just slowly taking down the middle of the map here. Got rid of the tower, the barracks, the stable. Takes a long time because he's circle sieging. I should say sieging, but Swee sounds like Sweethegreat, so it doesn't really work. But yeah, just big circle siege here from Luketam. All his units going literally like all around the stable. Some of them didn't even have time to start sieging. The stable was down already just because it took so long for them to go around each other. It was just not very great. Usually you want to get close to the building and then start sieging so that they don't run around like retards. Oh, look, building more walls. I don't really know why. I guess he wants this coin mine, but he made so many longbows. He still has more than 1k gold here, some there as well. So I don't really know why he needs a wall here. And he should just not delete the pillars because he's not doing it properly. He has all the time some gaps, so it doesn't make too much sense. Oh my god, another wall there. Ew. And that's not close here. And Luke is aging up, so that's probably why he wants to just make sure like he can claim that hunt here and just get to H3. I don't feel like he really needed to do that. At this point, I feel like he could have just masked and push and win the game, but he's anyway ahead, so he can afford to just age. He has more eco. He still has the same military, so yeah, he can definitely age up. Sweethegreat has like no map control. His next coin mine is here, cause that one there's line of sight of from Luke here. So, but Luke is gonna see that he's on this coin mine. Well, Kinesis doesn't have these kind of gaps everywhere, but yeah, I guess. So then when Luke is up, it's gonna be tough for Sweethegreat because if you wanna follow up, well, it takes time to gather all the gold and food you need to age, and then you need to wait almost 2 minutes to be age 3 yourself. So it's really hard to follow someone up like that in a British mirror. And it's most likely gonna be GG. Like he's just gonna ship falconets, upgrade his longbows and musketeers, and then there's pretty much nothing Sweethegreat can do. I don't know if you even need to ship falconets at this point, or if you should just ship the musketeer combat card. I guess falconets are still really good. But yeah. Yeah, no reason to take a fight now when he's upgrading his units. Should really upgrade his longbows as well. He's got 21 of them. What did he age up with? He didn't age up with longbows. He aged up with 400 wood. That's kind of weird. Because usually you get a caravel as well as 400 wood. But on a land map, obviously you can't get a caravel, so because there's no water flag. Like actually, if you could age up with a caravel and 400 wood and like put your caravel here or something, it would be pretty OP. But you might as well just age up with 7 longbows, I guess. But yeah, not a huge deal. Luke does take this game 1. And I do believe that British is the main civilization of Sweethegreat, so it's kind of a tough blow for him to lose this mirror here. Wow, that was a weird game. Like, Swee was really ahead in all the first like part of the game. He had at this point here until like 12 minutes, he had just more military. He had better upgrades on his units, and he had even uh, more villagers for a while, despite not shipping any. Like even here, but he just took bad trades all the time. Like here, he wasted, and then he kept taking bad trades, and until he was really behind in military, and he also got raided a lot. So that was a bad start for Luke Tom, but he was able to come back in the game, and that's gonna be 1-0 for him. I did already update the score, so yeah, and we're gonna be moving on to the game 2, which is gonna be played on Florida. So yeah, I guess Sweethegreat can still play Brits, and it's a strong pick on Florida. But it's anyway up to Luke Tom to pick first. I mean, I should say Luke. His other account is called Luke Tom, but here it's just Luke. So he's locking in India. Um, India. So yeah, he's gonna lock India in, and so Sweethegreat can counterpick with whatever he wants, any sieve, including British again, since he hasn't won a game with British yet. And yeah. Oh, Germany. Okay, that's interesting. Germany is quite good against India, I guess. Even though it's maybe not the greatest map for this matchup, for Germany, just because there's livestock on the map. And also you have only one gold mine in base on Florida. You have one in the back of your base, so you do have quite a lot of gold, but your really safe gold is gonna be only one gold mine. So India might be able to just take an advantage from that, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, Luke is now up 1-0, and we'll see if Sweethegreat can come back in this game too. I just wonder if the sound is fine here. Probably is. So we do have here on the top right of the map Luke Tom playing in the color red as India. And it's a coin start, which is gonna really not be ideal for India here. Just although it is Florida, so you can buy wood in the free market. So I guess this coin is not too bad for India, but it's definitely gonna be better for Germany. Here we have Sweethegreat playing in the color purple as Germany, and the coin is just gonna be pretty nice for him. Um, I would have actually liked Sweethegreat to just maybe mine 25 coin and buy 100 wood and get a trading post, because it's just so good for Germany to have that trading post in H1. Better than having hunting dogs. But then again, wait, what? No, he didn't get hunting dogs. That's painful. Ah, I guess he's gonna buy wood there. You can just mine 45 gold and you buy 200 wood and then you build a trading post. But yeah, he's just gonna buy one time wood and get hunting dogs out of it. So it's not it's a pretty good start for Germany here at this point. He can get his hunting dogs without chopping anything. So it's gonna be quite a fast age up for him, especially if he can maybe eat a couple sheep. He might be able to even age up with 16 pop of villagers instead of 17, which could be very nice against India. Um, he's also gonna get a food treasure, so yeah, he could definitely be aging really early, I think. What about India? He did get his tier 1, like the hunting eagles, which is a bit weaker than hunting dogs, but still. Uh, he was trying to take that treasure, but India can't really kill pirates. They don't have a crack shot, and and you can't. I guess he didn't see it was a pirate. He just saw it was a. He thought it was just like two blowgunners and he could take it, and then he was like, "Shit, I can't take that." Like, this guy has 600 HP and 30% melee resist. So if you can't crackshot it or convert it, there's no way you can kill it with like these monks. So he just wasted his two abilities on that treasure. That's a little bit unfortunate. What else did he get though? 35 food, 40 coin, 30 coin. That's not too good for India here. You would expect India to get more than that on Florida, because there's a bunch of good treasures usually. Um, Although this time there's not too many OP treasures. There's a 100 XP, but it's really in the back of the German base. So he's gonna pick up a 40 food. Sweethegreat is aging 17, in fact. I really feel like he could have gone for a 16 age up with maybe a little bit better macro and eating one ship or two. But regardless, he's gonna be aging without any idle time, and it's gonna be cool for him. Look, on the other hand, it's gonna be aging up late because it's India on a coin start, and he didn't actually buy wood, which I think you should do. Like if he could just gather that coin and buy 100 wood, then he would not need to chop that much wood for villagers, and he would be aging already since quite a while. But he doesn't do that, so he's gonna be aging really late. He does pull two villagers to this forward Agra fort, so to try to make up for that late age up. Um, and Luke just keeps taking really bad treasures because he doesn't have anything else to pick up. And even gonna be stolen by Sweethegreat here with the villager. And we do have, yeah, that forward Agra fort. So we'll see what Luke wants to do. Wait, why does... Why does Sweethegreat have two houses already? You usually keep the wood for something else, but he's walling up and deleting pillars. Oh, that's gonna be expensive here. But yeah, he's got a decent wall, and he's probably gonna make crossbows behind that wall because he's expecting some kind of sepoy pressure from Luke. Luke does have a bit of a water deck here, and he might just go on land early on. But at some point, he's probably gonna switch to water. We'll see. And Sweethegreat doesn't have any water card, so it could be a problem for him if Luke goes on water, because he will not be able to ship his caravels or frigate to just deny that water boom. 700 wood first for Germany. Not sure what he's gonna do with that, to be honest. I mean, how is he gonna spend this 700 wood? Usually you go for 3 sets of wagons if you start with only one barracks, I think. You don't really need 700 wood here, because... Yeah, I mean, just to... Well, I guess he's just gonna stop chopping wood. I guess that's okay, right? He can just not chop any wood, use the 700 wood to make crossbows, and switch to gold and food to maybe age up a little bit earlier. We'll see. Would have liked him to pick that 100 XP up. XP is always nice for Germany. 100 food here as well. Wow. Why was this not picked? I feel like India could have taken it directly, but yeah, maybe he didn't see it. I don't know. 600 wood for Luke Tom. Dropping a stable and a consulate directly. So it looks like he's gonna go for some kind of timing here. Not gonna be shipping 5 sepoy first. Not gonna be going for the wood trickle either. Just like setting up his buildings and maybe gonna try to mass out of them and then push a little bit later. He's not gonna be able to do anything though for the time being with his sepoy, because the crossbows with the wall are just really scary here. Again, I don't know why he shipped 100 wood to then ship 3 set of wagons, because he just lost some gathering time from these 3 set of wagons, and he's anyway chopping wood now, so bit weird, but not a huge deal. So we'll probably see 700 gold next from Germany, just trying to age up to fortress. And what do we see from India? 300 export, going for the Ottoman consulate. And we'll see what he does. He's getting the hussars. And a batch of sowars, probably. But I just don't know about that stable, to be honest. I feel like with this eco, he like India didn't ship the second wood trickle, so he doesn't have a good eco. And I don't really know how he's gonna be making units out of both the Agrafort and the stable. Maybe a little bit of overkill here, but not a huge deal anyway. Two Ulans coming into raid from the side, not gonna be finding anything. Oh, why did he call me Minuteman if he got 4 was popping? Kind of an overreaction here. We do have a donation or something, I think, but I was not able to see it. My bad. So I think there was a donation or a subscription or something like that. Oh yeah, I see in the chat. Thanks for gifting a sub poll. That's nice. And yeah, so that's the timing, right? He's got lots of cap. Sowars are not super strong, but they do the job against crossbows for sure. Um, so it's kind of unfortunate that Sweethegreat has no anti-cav. He's got only 4 pikemen. Usually you want a couple doppels. And he does not have a shipment ready either. So is he going to be able to hold? I think Germany is okay here. He can just call Minutemen and hold this. Maybe train some war wagons and ship 3 war wagons as soon as he has a shipment. What does he have in queue? War wagons, yeah, that's good. Minutemen popping, and the pikes and the Ulans, and this choke here, it's gonna make it very hard for India to actually go in. So India is gonna be forced to go back here. Germany needs to be careful though. Don't push out now. Just wait for your unit shipment and your batches of war wagons and skirms. Don't start pushing, because that's the only way to lose your army at this point. Just stay back between the walls. But anyway, that's very good for Germany here. He was able to hold the timing without much effort. India did not get the Ottoman villagers, although he's going to be able to... No, he switched to British, so he's not going to get the 4 villagers from the consulate. And, well, why are you out here, buddy? Just go back. But he's going to be fine anyway. He's got 5 war wagons. And I think with the pikemen and the Uhlans, he's going to be able to... Yeah. Luke just calling the GG. I think he would just lose this fight. And then he has no follow-up because he even shipped 5 sepoys now. So he was quite all-in on this timing. And since the timing did nothing, then Germany is H3. He's going to be able to ship like 8 skirms, get more war wagons, and just right-click the Agrafort. And India can't really do anything. He doesn't have a very good eco. He doesn't have any more unit shipments to defend. So not able to do too much. So yeah, that's a kind of a quick game here. Quick win for Sweethegreat, bringing it back, sorry, to 1-1. And yeah, that timing was just not super scary, like barely having more units than Germany. He did kill a few villagers, but it doesn't really matter. And he also lost 1 vill. I didn't see that, but looks like Sweethegreat was raiding a little bit and killed a villager. Oh, he did lose his 2 Ulans, though. I'm sorry I missed that. But yeah, he traded 2 Ulans for 1 villager. That's not too great. Regardless, just winning the game. And you see India not gathering so many resources just because because he was going for pretty all-in timing. I didn't actually check the market upgrades from India, but you can see here he got only 4 upgrades. So probably didn't have too many market upgrades. All right. I need to answer something quickly? So yeah, the score is 1-1 in this best of 5, right? Yeah, that's a best of 5. So still at least 2 games to go, or maybe 3. And now Sweethegreat has to pick first. He can't be picking Germany anymore. And Luktam will be able to counterpick, not able to use Biritsh since he won with them in the game 1, British mirror on Pampas. Um, so yeah, we're just gonna wait for Sweethegreat to take a break here, a small 1-minute break, and then he will pick a Civ, and we'll see what matchup we get. But it's a pretty close series for now. I mean, the second game was not very close actually, but it's 1-1, and the game 1 was quite close. Peak your Civ. He just said he needs 1 minute, so well, we'll wait for him. He has a bit of time to pick. And I have a question in the chat. So you would chop and make bow sheet settler wagon first, and wood and gold age with Germany here? Yeah, usually you just do something like that. You have to scout what India is doing. Usually, like the standard way to play this matchup is to just train crossbows, sheep, settler wagons, 700 wood, maybe 8 bows if you need, and age up with 700 gold with your as your third or fourth card. Sometimes you can do as your second card, but you kind of have to scout what India is doing. If they are going like for a consulate rush, if they are going for a sepoy rush, like just send your explorer next to the Agra fort and see if there's a consulate, or if he's shipping sepoys, and then you can adapt. And then when you age to fortress, usually you can train doppels in transition to fortress, just to make sure you don't die to some sepoy plus cav timing. And then you just like ship war wagons and train skirms and that kind of stuff. Get jaggers at some point. But then if India is playing a little bit less standard and going for some kind of age up, which is actually kind of more standard nowadays.
Are you ready?
I just wonder why on the minimap there's a blue dot here. What is this? Anyway, yeah, if India goes for an age up, then you might want to adapt and either be aggressive in colonial yourself, like take down the Agra fort with some kind of infantry timing, or just go a little bit faster to h3. But yeah, Sweethegreat has picked France, and Luktam counterpicked with Aztecs, which is kind of surprising, because Aztecs are not known to be too good against France, especially not on a map like Kamchatka, where France can take a trading post and has a lot of food in base, as well as 2 gold mines. But we'll see what he can do with that. All right. And we have a food start, which is going to be pretty good for Aztecs. France here on top of the map, Sweethegreat in the color purple. I mean, he can go for a market or trading post, but it's always a bit harder when you don't have extra gold or wood. Although he does get a very nice 50 wood treasure. At that point, if I was Sweethegreat, I would just chop another 50 wood and build my trading post here, and then chop the 100 wood for the house. But you can actually chop 50 wood, go here, build your TP, and still get the XP. So it's pretty cool. But he does not do that. He's gonna go for a market, which is also okay for sure. He's gonna need 50 gold, but oh, nope. Looks like he's just gonna try to age up quickly, which is also one way to do it, I guess, against Aztecs. Luke, however, is going for a trading post as Aztecs, using his warrior priest to pick up some livestock. And Swede actually gonna get a 90 wood treasure. He should already do something with this wood now. I get that he wants to be aging up fast, but when you get 140 wooden treasures, you can totally go for some kind of trading post or market. It would be sad if he just doesn't do that, but it does not look like he wants to do it. He's still not chopping wood or mining coin, so he's not gonna be using that wood in age 1. Little bit unfortunate, but I guess he's gonna have a fast age, and then he will have a lot of wood in transition to do his stuff, so it's okay. Okay, his native scout is here, so he's gonna pick up the 4 goats in the middle. And so yeah, Luke not going for the fire pit. I mean, that's just kind of strange, because this guy, the warrior priest, is almost as good as one trading post, I believe. So it's kind of strange to be chopping 100 wood and not get a fire pit when that guy could be just dancing and getting almost the same XP. But yeah, we'll see what it does, how it goes. It just feels like Luke is gonna be aging up really late doing this build order. Because he gets his 3 villagers late. Because you get it faster if you dance on XP than if you build at TP, I think. Like, he gets his 3 builds at the same time as friends. Usually you get it faster as Aztecs. And then he had to chop 100 wood for the house. And now he's gonna eat 2 sheep to try to age up a little bit faster. So I guess he's gonna be aging up in time. Just because he's eating sheep. So yeah, not too bad here. And he might just build a fire pit in transition. So I guess it's okay. What is Sweethegreat doing? He also shipped his 3 CDBs, of course. And he's gonna be going for a trading post now. Probably. Yep. Gonna be quite easy for him to get the TP since he had that 140 wood in age 1. Luke aged up with a fast age, which is pretty standard, and he still doesn't have a fire pit. He's just going forward and gonna build his war hut as soon as possible with his 2 villagers. Just build it. Yeah, there we go. Very forward war hut here. And Sweethegreat is just pulling up like previous game, and this wall is actually good now. That's a good wall. It's only not well, that's not optimal, but it's a very decent wall, and it's gonna help him for sure. I just really hope that Luke is gonna do something about this poor warrior priest, still useless at 4 minutes 30 in the game. The only thing he did is pick up a couple goats on the map, but that's you know, just like that is why you play Aztecs usually. It's because you have that guy. Like, that's really one of the big bonuses of Aztecs, and he's just not using it. But now he's gonna build a fire pit, I hope. Right, there we go. No! He blocked it with his wire priest, I think, and that dude is doing lots of damage though, 15 hand attack, but the fire pit is not going up. Making me crazy, man. Few Pumas have been trained from that Wahat. Probably gonna see 10 Maces popping now. Yeah, there we go. Just gonna siege down the wall and start pressuring. And Sweethegreat is actually starting with a barracks. Maybe gonna be training some crossbows. Musketeers. Okay, that's not gonna be too good against maces. But looks like Luke is not feeling confident pushing in this phase. No, he built it, but now the warrior priest is not dancing. No, Luke, don't do this to me. That's so unfortunate. That guy is so fucking useless. Anyway, oh, 8 bows. Minutemen as well, kind of an overreaction. I don't think he needed to call Minutemen here. They are really good against Aztecs. You kind of want to keep them for when you need them, and he didn't need them now. Still gonna defend the push, and he has a nice army now, but the Minutemen are just such a waste here. Luke training more Pumas. Kind of need to make some coyotes now, I think, but... Oh, he's dancing! Thank God. So finally gonna bring in some experience for Luke. Finally adding a market as well. 9 maces coming in now for Aztecs. But he lost a lot of maces already. So he did train 5 more, so he has a decent mass of maces. So France can't really take that fight. He needs hussars. He's got a stable up since a really long time ago, and he doesn't actually train hussars, or maybe he does now. Yeah, he's got hussars in queue. He really needs that. 2 hussars though is not that good. He doesn't have any wood because he didn't ship the wood. He really needs to ship 700 wood now, I think. Two hussars gonna catch the maces, and that he can't really take that fight. I guess the TP is just gonna go down, but it's not too bad for France at this point. He can lose his trading post. It's 8 minutes. He already got a lot of XP in thanks to it. 5 bills for Luke. Not gonna be any more aggressive here. Gonna try to boom a little bit. Needs to be careful with his hussars here, because there might be some more coyotes popping, but it's only 2 of them, so I guess... France just win that fight. No, don't go back, man, just fight it. Oh well. Just looks like a decent position for France. Although I don't know if he skipped some villages, but he should have more eco. He should definitely have more eco than Aztecs, but he doesn't.
Oui.
He might have skipped some villages. I'll look at it at the end of the game in the post-game stats. So now the question is, does Sweethegreat want to age up, or does he want to push in colonial? He's making a couple more crossbows, maybe just trying to use his 700 wood and raiding at the same time. He does have 4 hussars now. And yeah, I guess with TC Fire. Oh yeah, and there's more coyotes here. Is it a 5 coyote shipment? Okay. It's actually gonna be a good shipment here, because he can trap these hussars. He's gonna kill most of them for sure. Gonna kill all of them, actually. No, one is gonna escape. Could maybe trade it for that low HP bill or just run away. And it looks like Sweethegreat is looking for an age up here. He still does have a little bit of hunts here. And he has a lot of goats. So, He can probably age. He needs to be careful though. What are they doing? Well, anyway, Sweethegreat is aging now. I hope. Yeah. Still gonna try to buy some time with a couple hussars there. Since Luke's herding is not really on point this game, he can do some damage. But at the same time, oh, I like that. Sweethegreat just deleting the wall and to save his villagers. So he's lost 2 CDBs, but he's killed 3 villagers, so that's okay. But that's a very awkward timing to fight here. And that is when you wish you didn't use your Minutemen, right? If you could call these Minutemen, they would not have 1 HP, and it would be much easier to hold, because now... Oh, that's gonna be hard to hold for France here. He will need to fight with his villagers, I think, and... well, I guess that's a good positioning here. In the choke, but... again, if he could just go Minutemen now, he would be probably fine, but he can't do that. But he does take a good positioning here, but the Puma's finally gonna connect with the Hussars, gonna kill them. Aztec most likely gonna clean up. But let's say there's a 3 Queer shipment, for example, coming in, and Sweethegreat can just kill all the Pumas, then the Queers are gonna kill everything, probably. It does look quite bad for France. I mean, 8 skirms. Yeah, well, I guess most of the coyotes are dead, so 8 skirms is gonna be okay here. Should maybe bring them through a gate or something like that. Oh, more coyote runners coming in. Gonna clean up that shipment. Was maybe just too late for France to age after 4 shipments. It's a bit slow. So he's gonna be cleaned up. But they... Oh, he killed a bunch. Oh my god. What the hell? He killed 10 extra villagers with 2 hussars here. Oh, he's killing more of them. I didn't see that. Holy... So France is actually okay here. Like, he would be in a bad spot because he has no eco. He lost so many CDBs, but now... he's actually evened up the... Oh, that's a big throw from Luktam. I think Luktam was really winning here, and now France is H3. He's got the same eco, and he's got 3 queers on the field. So France is in fact winning, and you can see it in the scores. He killed 14 villagers with 2 hussars. Oh, Luke, my boy. Oh no, and now he's shipping 600 coin forward. That's so huge. Oh no. Oh my god. That is such a throw from Luke here. He was in such a good position, and he just deleted 15 villagers and shipped his gold forward. He's gonna be able to pick it up though, but... Hey, my god, that's just... It's not exactly over though. I mean, France is ahead, but he does need to mass a bit. He needs like a decent mass of dragoons. Then, along with the 3 queers and a couple hussars, he can just ship the falconets, and he could just win with that, killing 2 more villages. And France needs food. He used up all of his goats, and he's using his last animals here. He still has like 500 food, and then he needs to move here. Just like make 5 or 10 more dragoons. Don't make any skirmishers. I don't think when you have such a low eco you should be making any skirms in this matchup. Just get goons and queers, and then you ship 2 falconets and you can break that front base. He could even just ship 2 falconets now and build a wall to defend them. Luke trying to go raid, but he can't take on these queers and goons. He's gonna pull back. Puma is going on the left. That's actually a good game now. To Macy's badge. He needs to make more Pumas. I mean, he ships even 600 gold, sorry, and the only unit that actually costs gold for Aztecs is Pumas. You need to spend that gold. It makes no sense to ship 600 gold if you're not gonna train Pumas. Just train them. 7 skirmishes coming in for France. He might have a hard time dealing with Pumas plus Coyotes. Because there's not too much stuff to block here. And not really enough Dragoons to hit and run either. But yeah, the French army is definitely stronger now. But if Luke can train more Pumas here and maybe a couple more Coyotes, then he could maybe try to take on that army. Warhead is down. Oh, that's a big raid here. Lots of CDBs dying. Oh no, he's got only hunting dogs. He doesn't have villager HP or steel traps or placer mines, and now it's kind of too late to get this because he has no eco anyway. I mean, he's on 18 CDBs, so he doesn't really want to be getting like market upgrades now. It's just a waste of resources. You need to make units, but he should have got them earlier. Okay, good fight for France here, probably. He has some of his goons not in the fight, sadly, but I think regardless, he's just gonna clean up. Oh, getting caught a bit here. 2 Warhead travel timing. What is this card? Why would you have that? Anyway, Luke is resigning now. Yeah, he just he can't beat the French army at this point, and he doesn't have very good shipments left. While France is still able to ship like 5 dragoons, 2 falconets, that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's pretty much GG. So that gives you extra HP on your warheads and gives you 2 of them. I guess it's not a horrible shipment, but usually you would have... What? He doesn't have 3 Warrior Priests in deck? That's such a good card. Kind of strange, but... Usually you would have 600 wood instead of that, because you can spend your wood as Aztecs quite easily. Maybe like 4 wheels is not so much necessary, but you definitely need to have 3 Warrior Priests in deck. Also, he has a TC Wagon in each tree instead of 1k wood. That's really a weird deck, to be honest. 5 Infinite Jaguar Pro Knights. Pioneers. And 7 Coyotes instead of 10. Like, it's... 10 Coyotes is such a good shipment, and 7 Coyotes is such a terrible shipment. 8 Pumas as well. Wow. That deck is not optimal for sure. But it's funny at least. So look at that raid, like 2 Hassas just tearing through the entire Aztec eco, while France is also kind of cleaning up with the 3 queers, and then it's just game over. And yeah, he didn't... I felt like France was a little bit too low on eco, and that's because he skipped a few CDBs here. Like in 2 minutes, he trained only 2 CDBs instead of 4 or something. So, and yeah, he just didn't really have a very good villager production. So, but regardless, Sweethegreat pulling ahead in this series 2-1. After losing the first game, he's now winning 2 games in a row, and it's gonna be match point. Luktam has to. If Luktam loses this game, it's the end of the series. So that was a good game. And now we are going to have Baja California. Then they, or I should say, Luke vetoed Deccan. So if we go to game 5, it's going to be New England. But for now, we have Baja California. And Sweethegreat has to pick first. He can't use Germany or France anymore. So we'll wait for him to pick his Civ, and then we'll see what Luke Tom picks as a counter pick. Yeah, no Coyote Combat. I didn't see that, but you're right, Lucas. No Coyote Combat. Like 4 villagers, 700 food, and the two war huts shipment. It's just like all of these are just inferior to 3 warrior priest and Coyote Combat. Like you need both of these cards in every Aztec deck, I think. And then after that, you can have, if you want, like 700 food or two war huts or whatever. But you really need to have the two other cards in 3 warrior priest and Coyote Combat. Luke pressuring Sweethegreat. Going for Biritsh, I think that's pretty much a comfort pick at this point because Biritsh is really not good in Baja California. You don't have a lot of food. There's 3 trading posts in the middle of the map, and it's just not a great sieve here. Um, and Luktam is counter picking with Otto, and I would choose to be Otto any day on this map against Brits. I mean, it's really not a good matchup for Brits, I think. To be fair, though, Sweethegreat didn't really lock his sieve, so Luke is counter picking, but Sweethegreat could just be saying, I didn't lock Brits, I'm not going Brits. Uh, but we'll see. We're just gonna wait for him to green up. All right, so we're gonna go in that game 4 of the best of 5. And I think it's gonna probably go to game 5 because I would be very surprised if Sweethegreat can win this matchup on this map. But we'll see what he can do. Maybe if he goes water or something like that, he has a shot at winning. But if you just played standard, I think you just die to Abus Jan contain. Like you just run out of hunt, you try to push out. Otto has a bunch of Abus and Jans and a 3TP stagecoach eco, and you just die, to be honest. But we'll see. He might just wall up. We've seen him walling up in 2 games already. It's funny because in game 1 it was Luke Tom walling up the whole map, but in game 2 and 3 it was Sweethegreat building a couple walls in base just to feel a little bit safer with his crossbows. And we'll see what he does. Maybe he's gonna wall up against Otto here. So what start was this? I think it's just a food start. Yeah, there's no extra coin and no extra wood for Otto, so he's gonna be going for that top trading post here. Probably because he didn't really suck and he doesn't know he can pick this one. Although I guess on the left side it's not guaranteed, but on the right side you can pretty much always get this TP. Because the right TC on this map is closer to the middle TPs than the left one, so you can just go and take that middle TP. But anyway, he's gonna go on top. Sweethegreat hasn't seen him, I think. He's trying to find some treasures, not finding too much stuff until now. 95 wood is gonna be really nice. But Luke might just... No, Luke is gonna be going for that food treasure here, so... I guess both of these players are not gonna find each other. And they're both gonna pick up a nice treasure. The better treasure, obviously being 95 wood, that's just so nice. He's gonna get a second... He can get a second mana, or he can also get... a market and hunting dogs, because he did get 60 coin treasures, and the market is probably better, but he's gonna drop a mana, which is also fine. Otto does get 75 food, which is gonna help his age up time, so he's gonna be aging up even faster. And let's have a look at the decks, because now I'm curious to see the Luke decks, because it's just Funny. Okay, so it's actually Luke going water. I don't know why you would need to go water in this matchup on this map. Like I said, Brits have no food, and you can't just like take 3DB Stagecoach and contain them in their base and pretty much win the game. So it's kind of weird for Otto to be going water here, I feel like, but we'll see if he has a plan. Both of these players actually picking up rather heavy water decks, not super heavy, but there's like 5 cards in each deck dedicated to water. So I'm not sure I like offshore support. I think it's just inferior to this card, the warship combat, improved warships. It's just a better card. So but yeah, we'll see. A fourth, another TC wagon. I don't know why Luke Tom likes this card. It's just 600 wood. Actually, on EP it's only 500 wood, so it's even worse. It's just kind of terrible. Like it's an H2 shipment, worth of resources or even less. So church card is interesting as well. Might be going for industrial then and get the bombards from the church, I guess. Luke is going for a second trading post. So and he's gonna go for a front base. That might just be a trick actually. It might be just a fake water play and just be going for some kind of rush instead, but again, he doesn't have the Abus upgrades. You don't really need these, but they're just very nice when you go Abus Jan. You get so many shipments as Otto. Very quickly, you used up all your crates and your unit shipments, and then you're really happy that you're able to upgrade your Abus guns, but we'll see. No 6 longbows is kind of like dangerous against Otto, I feel like. He doesn't have too many useful shipments here. Only 5 cards to really try to get some mass, and then it's just upgrades and 2 caravels. But a 4 Drax for Sweethegreat, for Luke, sorry. Sweethegreat did pick up a native scout, and Luke picked up 120 XP, so that's pretty nice for both of these players. And he's gonna spot the third training post and the Rex, so now he knows what's going on. It's not like there isn't any water play so far. It's just standard Otto shipping 700 wood, getting up a stagecoach, and just building some Jans forward and pressuring you a little bit. And 700 coin following, so most likely just gonna add an artillery foundry with his 2 villagers now. Yeah, he doesn't want to show it. And he does need to set his TPs to wood now, because he has no wood. There's still an XP, unfortunately. He needs some houses, because 1 batch of Abus, 1 batch of Jan, and he's gonna be housed, basically. 700 wood for Brits, aged up with the tower, just standard stuff so far. Does need to hurt a little bit more this hunt than that one, maybe. Adding up a second Rex already from 700 wood, so we are most likely gonna see some kind of longbow stuff, because I don't think he can spam musketeers from 2 Rexes yet. We'll see. He did start musketeers, but I expect him to be adding longbows quite soon. Wow, 30 mana pop. That's really not a lot. He did lose 1 here, that's probably why. So he's gonna need to make... Yeah, he's slamming down 3 more mana, so that's gonna be okay. He's okay for now to defend this little Jan pressure, but when the Abus come in, it's gonna be tough. Not sure it's really a good idea to siege down the market when there's a tower shooting at you, because it's not really worth losing units for just a market, I think. So he's gonna pull back, wait for his Abus guns. And Sweethegreat does make a bunch of longbows now. And with 10 longbows, he's definitely gonna be okay against these Abyss guns and Giants. So Luke is gonna have to go back a little bit here. He's first getting the market down, and he's actually gonna go in. No, nope. He's gonna go back. Okay. I think you need more Abyss guns before you can take a fight. You anyway don't need to ever fight. You just need to wait for Brits to be out of food, which is gonna be it's gonna happen in like I don't know 3 or 4 minutes. Brits will not have any hunts. And then you can just push here or somewhere. You don't need to push in the base with the towers, the TC Fire, the Minutemen, Thoraxes popping units. You might as well just wait for Brits to be out of food. You're not in a hurry, right? I mean, right now Otto has more eco than Brits anyway. With the 3TB stagecoach, he has more eco, so he does not need to push in. But he's poking a bit. I mean, he can't really do anything here. Oh, he's gonna kill a couple of villagers, which is nice. But the longbows can challenge his massive Jans with the range. So he's gonna lose a couple Jans. He did kill 2 bills, and oh well, that's looking pretty good for Luke actually. Oh, Hussars though. Are we gonna see Minutemen just yet, or losing 1 Rex? Luke probably gonna just pull back. Again, he doesn't have to take a fight now, so doesn't need to take any risk here. And he's just gonna hit and run, kill that villager, kill a Hussar. And it's just looking very good for Otto here at this point. Again, he has more eco. Brit is on 27 bills because he's playing really aggressive here, not booming at all. He's on 70 mana pop. He didn't ship 5 bills. He's just massing and trying to defend that pressure. But yeah, I mean, Otto shipping 5 Jans and 3 Huss. That's a problem now. What do you ship here? I guess you can still ship 700 food, but maybe 600 wood and set his TPs to coin. But then after that, he's gonna have to ship stuff like schooners and start water booming just because he doesn't have any other shipment. 3 Hussars gonna... Don't raid with them, just catch him. Well, I guess he's gonna raid with them. Well, it's not too bad, but... no, yes. You just... It's just so hard to kill Abyss Jan, man, as Brits. Like, look at this trade. Just so many units dying for Sweethegreat. And it's just GG. It's just totally GG. Like, the only thing that could actually save Sweethegreat at this point would be Colonial Militia pop 15 Minutemen and like a batch of Hussars and just clean this up. But he doesn't have the card in deck, so what do you do here? All of his villagers are idle in this town center. His 23 villagers. Oh! Again! No! Duke, what the hell, buddy? What? Oh, I couldn't see, but he actually raided like 10 villagers with a couple Hussars again. No, that's so funny. But regardless, Sweethegreat resigning. I mean, he has no way to kill this army. He has no way to get on this hunt here. He has just no eco, no resources. This is so funny. So yeah, it was just over just because Sweethegreat has no way to kill Luke Tom's army, and even eco-wise, Luke still has the same eco with 3TP Stagecoach, and he can actually gather resources while Sweethegreat can't. So it's just really over. But I want to see the villagers now. Oh my god, man, that's 9 villagers dying. Maybe even 10, because I'm pretty sure 1 should have been popping here. So he probably lost 10 villagers again to a couple hussars. But yeah, it's just like such a military gap. And you can see Otto is gathering just the same resources as Brits. So that's 2-2. And we're going to have a game 5 then. And I'll be right back in 1 minute. All right, I'm back. So we have Luke Tom now locking in France on New England, which is a little bit surprising because it's maybe not the greatest pick on this map, but it's definitely okay. I mean, France is pretty much okay in almost every situation, but it's just doesn't look like the optimal pick. But it's pretty much the main sieve of Luke, I believe. So that's probably just a comfort pick at this point. And I'm pretty sure that Brits is the main sieve of Sweethegreat, but so far he's won like his last boss of the games where he tried to play Brits, the British Mirror and the Brits against Otto we just saw in the last game. So I'm not sure if he really wants to be playing Brits again since he lost twice with them and he won the two other games. So we'll see if he keeps it or if he goes for something else. And he's gonna take a little bit of time to decide, but that's well, I mean it's a match point, right? So is anything planned after these guys? And nope. I mean, I might cast a show match just because it's a bit sad if we stop after one series, I think. But there is no more 20 games planned for today. So big brainstorming here for Sweet the Great. why do you play here? Well, I'm already a fan of Otto, but I don't know if he can play Otto. Um, well, he has a bunch of home cities. It's kind of hard to see what he actually plays because oh, looks like he plays some Japan. I don't know how well Japan would be on that map. Probably not very good with the 40p stagecoach. Um, well, we'll just see what he does. It's very hard to predict. Yeah, and he's saying himself he lost faith in Brits because he just lost boss games where he was playing Brits. So it looks like it's gonna be Japan indeed. Nope. Okay. So let's go. Brits again. Another try for Sweethegreat to win with Brits. And there we go for the last game. All right. Let's save the recorded game. Let's fix the UI. And yeah, we do have here on top of the map Sweethegreat playing again as the British in the color blue, while on the other hand we have Luke playing as purple. His main civ, I think, France. And it's a wood start, so Luke's explorer is gonna probably just race directly to some of these training posts here, just going on that side and not here. Even if this one is closer, it's easier to take down for your opponent, and it's also there's no treasures here, so when you walk that way to the TPs, you might find already some nice treasures. He didn't find too much this time, besides the native scout. He could have crackshot that, actually. But yeah, anyway, that's why you do that. And Sweethegreat himself going for a trading post here. Gonna get the first XP, in fact. I mean, he's gonna get his XP before Luke does, but it doesn't really matter on this map. It's only 40 XP or something like that. Sorry. And the thing is that Luke doesn't know well, now he knows Sweethegreat took a trading post, so he should be already careful taking that treasure, because it's quite likely that Sweethegreat is around somewhere here, and whoever gets the 2 dogs is gonna get such a big lead in age 1. Come on, don't wait so much, man. Why? Why would you do that? No. Yeah. Oh my god. And now you're like with your little explorer here. He was picking deck. That's unfortunate. So you're with your little explorer here up against 1 explorer, 2 dogs, and a native scout somewhere here. So it's gonna be very hard for Sweethegreat to pick up any treasure in this age 1 now. He might just go back for maybe 90 foot. I don't think he actually scouted that. Luke Tom scouted it, but please don't try to take this. No, he's just going for the ship. Honestly, yeah, he just cannot take any treasure. The only treasure he can take is this one if he sees it, because it's already kind of safe behind his base. But if he tries to take any other treasure, he's just gonna get totally destroyed by these dogs and the purple explorer. And he's even taking a Cherokee rifleman as well. So Already building up that little age 1 army here. And then gonna be able to take that 95 wood quite easily. Actually, if I was Luke, I would maybe first go take that. And then when I have a crack shot, just come back for this one. But looks like he's just gonna wait. And there's another food treasure. That's quite good treasures here for Luke on his side of the map. Spice trade. Okay. 2 caravels and 1 frigate. And Sweethegreat. No, he doesn't have any warships in deck. So that means if Luke decides to ship 2 caravels here, for example, there's nothing Sweethegreat can do about it. Unless he gets some artillery, I guess. That's big. Like this could help Luke take the TP line so much. Sweethegreat is shipping Virginia Company at the moment, so he's gonna be going a bit boomy, walling up as well. Kind of. 2 CDBs here, a side base from Luke. He maybe identified that Sweethegreat is going for a training post and he has Virginia Company in deck, so he's like, okay, you want a boom, I'm just gonna rush you. You don't expect it. You probably expect me to be going for a stagecoach and aging up, but in fact I'm just gonna be dropping Raxes right up your face. Whoops. I didn't check the hunts. I can't see if there's one here, but I don't think so. But he does have. Like, Sweethegreat doesn't really have more hunts. It's just that.
No.
I mean, look at that. That's Sweethegreat actually have more food. Like, there's 1 hunt there, 1 hunt here, and then it's also really far away, right? Luke has only 1 here, and these are a bit more far, but there's just 1 more far, basically.
No.
Are you serious, man? I mean, oh well, yeah, I guess he does have this one here. But this one here was herded from there. It wasn't actually close or something. This one came from here, so that's pretty much the same as some of these, right? And this is also quite far. Yeah, that's true. The gold mines are, well, no. I mean, yeah, okay, this is a little bit more. It's pretty much mirrored, to be honest. The gold mines are. I mean, the hunts are a bit better for Sui, and I have to say, yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to check the hunts, but honestly, like, I don't think it's even worth a rehost. Like, this hunt was here, so the only difference is that Sui has an extra hunt here, but he already herded it a bit, so it was probably somewhere up here. It's not a huge deal or something, I think. Oh, he actually deleted his CDBs. I wonder I wonder if he didn't just resign because he deleted his CDBs by mistake or something instead of, or was it just a rage delete? Because knowing Luktam, he might have just like deleted them and be like, "Whoops, okay, I'm out, bad hands." I don't know. Well, I do have to check the hands a little bit more. Usually the co-caster does it, but yeah, I'm casting alone, so I have to do it myself. But anyway, well, I guess that's 3-2 for Sweethegreat here. That's a little bit sad. It was not a very good spawn, but I think it was kind of playable. What we don't see is that Sweethergreat was herding his hunts and Luke was not. So it looks like his hunts were much closer, but he actually herded them, and Luke didn't herd the two hunts he had not too far from his TC. So I don't know. Then again, if Sweethergreat is up for replaying it and Luke agrees, I mean, if they both want to replay it, then I guess we could just go again, right? Yeah, that's really a bit stupid then. Okay, so we gonna replay that game 5. This time I'm gonna take care of the hunts. No, there was no gold mine missing. It was 3-3, and they were pretty much mirrored. A little bit further away, maybe for Luke, but pretty much mirrored. And the hunts, I don't know, man. I mean, there was maybe one hunt in a better position for Luke, but I really don't think it was too bad. Like, I don't know. Well, let's go again anyway. So this time, well, the gold mines are kind of mirrored. I think it's good enough. I mean, This is a little bit closer for Sweethegreat. But I don't think it's a huge deal. No, actually, wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 4. Okay, yeah, well, it's just good. Anyway, New England bugs a lot. To be honest, it's very often that there's a mine not spawning or that kind of stuff. So with this spawn,
Are you ready?
we're just gonna go with this.
Yes.
And that's actually 2-2. My bad now. Yeah, well. Anyway, all good at the end of the day. We are just replaying it. Uh, and what do we have here? 40 coin for Sweethegreat. So not too many treasures picked so far. He's also working on a 60 wood. And look, what is Luke doing? He's just picking up the sheep apparently. But I feel like you can just that's a weird. He did that the previous game as well, just going straight up here with his native scout. It's kind of strange. Usually you would just send it this way here. I don't know. Like his explorer could be picking up treasures like this 80 XP is pretty nice. He did get 90 food though. And oh, he's gonna steal the sheep. And he also has one here, but he didn't realize it. So that's 7 sheep to none so far. And Sweethegreat gonna take the treasure. Luke could just be punching this explorer because it's quite low HP, but he's not gonna do that. 2 dogs again here. Luke is just gonna go for the kill. I think he's just gonna bring his explorer and try to kill that purple explorer. But already his native scout should just be punching the purple explorer because there's nothing to scout here. There's never any treasures on this part of the map here. There is never any treasures. So yeah, I'm not too sure what he's scouting here. Scouting against the shore. He could have already killed. But yeah, anyway. Oh, gonna steal the ship here. And look, he's eating some sheep as well. So he's gonna age up rather early. He does have a market. Biritsh also has a market. And he's aging up at a decent time, but not insane. I think he got his market up a bit late after he's got his 60 wood treasure, and it kind of delayed his age up. Might have wanted to just get the market later. A native scout for Luke, right? Where did he pick that up? Oh, here, okay. And he's maybe gonna go for a trading post. And sending again to CDBs. Might get spotted by this explorer though. Again, he could have just killed it. Like, that's unfortunate for Luke. Like, he already could have killed that explorer so easily. And then he would deny the scouting and he would be able to just like build a front base. So a bit of a misplay here for Luke Tom. And so now Sweethegreat is gonna know what's up. Or maybe actually Luke is just what? He's just gonna pull back his wheels and he might not go for a front base, in fact. Although he didn't pick up... What is going on? What the fuck? Where are they going? What? He got spotted and now he's dropping a stable there and splitting his CDBs to do something. I don't know what. It's really strange here. Sending them to forward, getting spotted by this house, and Sweethegreat doesn't see the stable. I think it's kind of close with the line of sight, but I don't think he can see it. So might be a surprise here. But he's anyway starting Musketeer, so it's gonna be pretty hard for Luke Tam to do anything about it. 4 CDBs coming in first. So in fact he's playing it kind of standard. Like, I mean, well, there's a forward stable and no trading post, but he's going for a cap start with 4 CDBs, so it's rather old school standard stuff, I guess. But well, we'll see what he does after that. Second ranks going up for Sweethegreat. Might be denied by these hussars. Yeah, he's gonna kill a villager here. But the musketeers are gonna push the hussars away. And now he's trying to kill another villager. Not gonna be successful here, just taking shots from the tower and the TC. Not too good. But he's buying time, and he did kill one VO, so it's quite fine for Luke. And he has 2 native scouts placed on both sides of the purple town center, so he can see most of what's going on. And he's splitting his house, but he's not gonna find too much stuff here. All these villagers are full HP, so not gonna be able to pick one. Oh, low HP bill, but Sweethegreat did get his great coat, and he's gonna clean up the remaining hussars on both sides. Like, that one hussar is probably dead. If he can just bring musketeers on this side, I think this is dead, but he's just gonna give up on that. Maybe afraid to get raided meanwhile, so he's just gonna keep his musketeers in a position to defend the raids. And Luke is aging up. He skipped the 700 wood, so that's the old school semi-FF where you don't take a trading post and you don't ship 700 wood and you just go like that to H3, and then you don't really have a shipment, so it's not too good just because you don't have a TP. I just don't know why he didn't go for 1 TP. It's gonna just slow him down so much to not have a trading post. And I feel like Biritsh is just ahead then, because you're not able to spam too many shipments. You have less eco, and it's just really hard then to win as friends, I think, in this matchup. Then again, he doesn't have too many units, and he did find a stable, so Brits can't really push friends too much, because there is going to be a shipment soon, and no racks either. But he will at least get this stable down, and he's gonna age up himself behind. So there's gonna be a window for France to maybe do some damage, but he needs to rebuild the military building, because right now he still has nothing, just 1 stable, which is gonna go down. He might have time to pop 5 dragoons on this side, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Gonna maybe annoy Brits a little bit, just running around trying to snipe some low HP villagers or something. Just now, like, the musketeers actually blocked by the stable, so he's able to kill a few musketeers, which is gonna pay off for losing the stable, but he needs to rebuild something in base. And it is a stable again. Okay. Oh, getting caught a little bit here. And doing a good job at hit and running these. So getting good trades overall. But yeah, so far he's made only 5 Dragoons in H3, and that's not too many units. And Brit is advancing to the next age. So there's not much time left for Luke to do some damage here. By the way, I wonder why Sweethegreat has 2 axes and 1 stable, but only 70 mana pop. That's really not a big eco for Brits here. And there's no way he can spam out of 3 buildings. And he's gonna age up in like 10 or 15 seconds or something. And Luke is not doing too much with his units. He's a bit afraid. He doesn't know that Brits is aging. And then if you just get caught by 5 or even 5 hussars, well, now not anymore with 10 dragoons, but like if there's 10 or 15 hussars, like you could be in a big trouble here. But now he's spotted the age up, so he knows he has a little bit of a window here to push this part of the map. Um, oh, he edged up with a caravel. That's smart. So he's gonna deny. He's gonna deny this pressure. Luke has to go on top here if he wants to pressure to come from that angle. He can't go anywhere near the pawn, so this caravel is gonna be super annoying for Luke Tom to deal with. Then again, he can ship a frigate, clean up the caravel, and pressure himself the hunt with his warship. And again, Sweethegreat doesn't have any warships in his deck, so he can't replace that caravel here. Would be really good to see Luke doing that. I think a frigate here would be like really OP, denying a hunt and stuff. Because right now, without a frigate, I think Luke is just behind. Two falconets. These could definitely kill the caravel, but Brits is probably gonna get his own falconets very soon. Very soon. So we'll see. There's gonna be some big fight in the next minute, I think. Maybe too many dragoons here for Luke. There's no cav on the field for Sweethegreat. Maybe queers or just more skirms like from a barracks would have helped a bit more. But there's still no barracks up anywhere for Luke. Uh,
No.
this little I don't know how you call that, but it's gonna help the falconets to snipe the caravel actually. Come on, just do it. Yeah, there you go. So that's a good pick for Luke. And Brit's going greedy, shipping 1000 wood. He probably wants more manos because he does not have too many of them as of now. So there is really a window here for Luke to do something with his falconets and pressure there, but he's not. I don't know. He's really waiting too much here. Like, don't siege that down with your dragoons, man. Just do something with your units. That is totally useless. And it takes forever because they don't siege anything. 10 siege, man. It's ridiculously bad. And he does not finish it either, so... I guess he was just waiting for his queer switch. He has 8 queers. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? Now that he has 8 queers, I hope he's gonna go. He's got really a nice timing here. It's the falconets and the queers, while Brits has really not too many units. But again, a frigate here would be so clutch. probably better than 3 queers. I mean, it would deny lots of map for Brits and would defend his falconets, because if you have 2 falconets and a frigate, what is your opponent gonna do about it? Nice volley here, and maybe a second one. Actually killing a villager and bouncing on the longbows and killing another one. So that was a good volley here. A good couple of volleys for Luke. And France is not really behind in eco by too much. So it's a very close game here. There's still the stagecoach potential for France. If you can ship 1 K-Wood and get a 4 TP stagecoach, you would be very ahead in this game. If you can get away with doing that. Oh, that's 13 queers. But he's gonna try to kill the falconets with them, just sending them right in the middle of the musketeers. I'm not a fan of that, but he's gonna kill the falcons at least. And meanwhile, Sweethegreat trading his dragoons for the falconets as well. But, oh man, so many dead queers here. I don't know. This was such a weird fight. Such a weird fight. And at the end of the day, Sweethegreat is ahead just just because he's got longbows and there's no queers left. And that was a good trade for Sweethegreat for sure. He killed so many queers. I think Luke could have run, like really crushed that fight. But he just didn't have a good positioning. So now it's gonna be hard for France. He still has the potential to ship the frigate, but that's all already. That's all France can do now, I think. Or he can try to just make a ton of queers, ship calf combat, and pray for a good fight. So yeah, this 13 queers, just so many resources dead there. This guy's in stagger mode. Yeah, I don't know what to say at the moment. There's just not much happening. Sweethegreat has used up every unit shipment, so that's maybe one good thing for Luke. Luke can still ship 7 skirms. Or the Jaegers, I guess. But again, Biritsh has longbows, so you don't really want to be going too heavy on skirmishers again. Oh, fuck me. I need to drink some water. Yeah, you kind of have to go heavy on queers against Biritsh because of the longbows. And going for the ranged infantry fight is maybe not too smart. Nice raid here for Sweethegreat, killing like 5 CDBs. That is rough. And one more here gonna be picked up. So yeah, Luke has to take a fight now. But no calf combat. It's just so sad when you're friends and you start to mash some queer. You really want to have calf combat. He's got 13 queers again though, and it does look like this is a good fight for Luke. I mean, oh no, don't send your goons in. No, yeah, okay, send your queers. Yeah, I can see Luke cleaning this up. He just needs to start fighting and stop running around with queers. Oh, and more queers on the way. These guys are gonna be MVP. Like they're gonna really help a lot in this fight. These extra 4 queers. They might just swing the fight. So yeah, looks like Luke is gonna clean up, despite having 20 less eco. Just because Jaegers and Queers are really strong, even if he doesn't have Cav combat. And now he has free reign on this gold mine and just gonna deny the gathering. Gonna kill a bunch of villagers too. I feel like Biritsh is gonna be able to stabilize soon. He might just get, if he can pop a bunch of longbows or something, he might be able to hold that. But for the time being, he's just losing villagers and not gathering anything, or not enough at least. So he has to try to fight. He's saving his villagers, but now he has to go back again. 5 dragoons coming in for Luke as well, and he can still ship 7 skirms after that. So it's gonna be really hard for Biritsh now to keep up in the mass. He's quite a bit behind. Gonna lose another couple villagers. Still ahead in eco, but no map control, no resources. He's building a mill. Would have maybe liked him to try to herd this in. Maybe just herd it and make a wall, and hope that France doesn't ship a frigate. But yeah, it looks really rough for Biritsh here. He's still ahead in score, just because he has so many manors, I guess. But he's not really ahead in eco. He's not, also because of course Luke has the Jaegers, and these guys don't count in the score. He has 7 of them. That's like 15, almost, no, a bit less, like 12 or 13 score. And he's killing the stable, killing a couple of villagers. And it's looking really not good for Sweethegreat at this point. And yeah, 7 skirmishers coming in for France. Oh, and that could be just GG. I mean, he did go for that hunt, but didn't really secure it too much. And he's gonna lose a bunch of villagers here. Meanwhile though, Luke, just stop raiding, just go fight, buddy. He's getting caught by the Hussars, Minutemen, Dragons, and all the units here. I still think that France is gonna win this fight, but Biritsh got pretty much the best fight he could hope for. Needs to go in melee mode with his musketeers. Yeah, he's doing that. But there's just too many queers and too many skirmishers here. And Luke has a better unit composition at this point, so it's most likely GG now. Luke took a trading post, yay! Kind of useless now. But he can still ship 1k wood and get a stagecoach, and then it's like so over. Even now, I mean, losing again more villagers. Popping a few Huss, and he does have Cav combat actually, so they are quite strong, but it's just not enough of them. They're gonna die to the Jaegers and skirmishers. 6 musketeers coming in for Sweethegreat. You can have a 9 musketeer shipment in there instead of shipping 6, but yeah, he doesn't have any unit shipment in deck, so in H3, besides the 3 big ones, the 3 best unit shipments you get as Brits. So he's shipping 6 musks, and he's gonna hold for the time being, but it's starting to look really bad for Brits. Why would you ship a... Oh, yeah, I guess. He spotted the docks and now shipping a frigate. Sweethegreat thinking, okay, I'm really behind. I don't have hunts. I need to find a way to come back in the game. I'm gonna water boom. But he doesn't have any water shipments in deck. And Luke Tom is just shipping a frigate and probably gonna siege the docks with his units as well. So he's gonna totally deny that water boom. And rip. I don't think the docks are gonna kill the frigate. Does he have any warships in queue? If he really needs to pop at least 1 caravel here to defend his fishing boats. Because this frigate is actually getting a really low HP. Oh man, he might actually kill it. If Luke doesn't pay attention, this is really good for Sweethegreat. Oh my god. No, missing! Oh my god! The dock missed it! Oh my god, that's so big, because even if this frigate has only 95 HP, as long as it's alive, it can kill every single fishing boat on the water. So if it died, it would have been really big for Sweethegreat, but it's got 95 HP, and he's gonna go on that coin mine on the island now. So imagine if that frigate would be dead, then Luke would not be able to go gather any gold here, so he would be out of gold. So this frigate is really coming in strong. Even with 95 HP, it's gonna achieve so much. It's gonna deny the whole water boom. Yeah, that's really funny. Typical Luke Tom going to the toilets in the middle of the series. Oh, that frigate is so huge. Can't believe the duck actually missed. Like that's so bad. Can make a big difference. Well, I think even without that frigate, Luke would be winning, of course, but you know, it just makes it even worse now because all these fishing boats are in a very tough position, and there's
Are
no
you ready?
dock for Sweethegreat anywhere. So he can't. He would just need one caravel to kill this, you know. But
Yes.
I really would like him to get a stagecoach. This is long overdue. Like, there's no reason as friends here with full map control, your opponent is on meals. Just get a stagecoach. Like, it's gonna take him forever to just like get resources in when you're on meals and stuff. So no way he can punish the stagecoach. It's just a free 15 villagers boom at this point. Not free, but it pays off so fast. And there's a duck coming up here. I like it. Is it gonna go up though? No! Just build! Oh my god, no. He's anyway gonna lose his villager here. He could have just finished that dock and just start queuing a caravel, and he just resigns. Oh god. What a game. Oh, I barely can see the purple fishing boats on the map. Nope, that's not really how it works. Well, that's just really great. Joking a little bit. He still even had Hans here. um, well, Luke did what? Did he just? I can't see the shipments, but I assume he just. Yeah, he shipped two caravels. Okay. Don't know what he means. Anyway, I guess the two caravels was smart here. Like he denied the last advantage Brits could have. Like if Brits could maybe pop a caravel, kill the frigate, and get the water back, he might be in an okay spot. And he might even then deny all these villagers, like just kill them because there would be nothing to bring them back in a safe spot. So I guess shipping the two caravels at the end was a really good call from Luke, just securing that gold mine and the water. And then Sweethegreat just resigned when he saw them. Uh, Fight's actually going a bit better for Luke than I thought they did. I mean, that one was not too great for Luke, but it's just that Brits didn't really boom, and he lost a couple of wheels, and aged up with a really weak eco. Like, the resources are so close. Usually Brits would be ahead. So that's 3-2 for Luke Tom. He is gonna move on to the round 4 of the lower brackets of the New World Championship 2019. And he's going to play against the loser of match 49, which is Diaruga or Asam. Okay, wow. That's gonna be tough for Luke. But he was able to make it quite far in the lower brackets, at least, I guess. But I'm afraid he will not be able to take on Azam or Diaruga, but we'll see. Um, I would have casted a show match, but my voice is just not following, so I'm just gonna stop casting now. I really would like to, but I'm just coughing all the time and it makes no sense. So, anyways, there's no more series today. Tomorrow, however, there's a lot of series. Tomorrow we have Raikou against Eduardo School, so that's like two lieutenant colonels, I think. Frontier against Jerry Muno, so that's maybe lieutenant colonel against colonel, and Gib against Perez. And I'm not sure how good Perez is because he did beat Keister quite easily, so that would make him maybe a lieutenant colonel, but he doesn't have quite that rank, so I'm not sure. But it's gonna be a good series anyway. Um, three very decent level series tomorrow, and then on Friday we have Diaruga against Azam, casted I believe on Escape AOE, and then Prince of Kabul versus Conqueror 999, another great series.